Good morning. We are the ApMay coders, and today we're going to discuss our timekeeping system for system integration. So, and I'm John Vic de la Cruz, and I'm going to discuss our login and sign up page. So first, let's go to our sign up before we go to the login. So for the employee information, they can put their first name, middle name, last name, and etc. And as you can see, there is a validation here whether the text box must be filled up. So, for example, you want to add Tony Stark as your new employee, Morgan, tapos, and Stark. And also, you cannot put numbers here. You can say you have input a numeric value that is not valid. Of course, there's no name that has numbers. And also, for city, Mandaluyong, start date, when he's going to start. For example, today, April 11. Then his email, start gmail.com. So you can see there's also a validation for email, wherein when you remove this character at, so it will show you that it is an invalid email address. Then password, just put here start. Then so you can see here, and the password, it will show that it don't match. So the password, these two password must be the same or matched. So start. Then position, say he's just an employee. For position, they can choose staff or manager. Gender, male. Then birth date, let's say 2000. Um, March 2. Then age 22. So for age, you cannot put in strings or characters, only numeric. Status, active or inactive. Course active, for mobile number. There we go. So you can just click sign up. Then the employee is good to go. And okay. And also there's a clear here when the employee want to add a new employee. So let's now try start, then password start. Login successful. So of course it's just a new employee, that's why there's no record over the last 30 days. And this we can also see here the dashboard and the name. And for the example, we will show an inactive employee for already 30 days. For example, me, De La Cruz. There. There's the dashboard for John Vic De La Cruz over the last 30 days. As you can see, he has these records. So now let's go to attendance. So for attendance, let's go to the manager account. So for employee, staff, and manager. So for employee, they don't have access to reports, active employee, manager schedule, and file maintenance. Only the manager that has access to all of these buttons or features of this system. For staff, they can also see the records over the last 30 days. So overall, in short, the manager has access to all the features in this system. For attendance, as you can see, we can see the date and the time for this day, and also there's two buttons: time in and time out, and the table for the employee. So when the employee click time in, it will show if the employee is late or not. The schedule of employee that he must she must be in the office is 8 a.m. That's why it's already 11:57 a.m. and shows here the number of minutes. How many shows here the number of minutes that he is late for this day. So after clicking OK, now he has a new row which shows the his she's her attendance today. Okay, bubulol ako. Her attendance today. Then so you can see here the status, the attend date, and the employee name. And once we click time in, it will show that you already time in, which means that she already time in for this day. So that this will prevent any duplications or any redundancy in the table. And for timeout, once she clicks timeout, then now it will have a out time here. So you can see in time 11:57 a.m. then out time 11:58 a.m. Hours work 0 of course because uh, this for this day she has only been present for only 1 minute. That's why the hours work is 0. So that's for the attendance. And to show more example, let's go to De La Cruz account. Attendance. There, as you can see, all of his attendance for this month. So his in time and out time, the number of hours worked, you can see here. And for today, he already entered for time in 11:10 a.m. So that's for the attendance. So for profile, it will be discussed by Matundan.
Hello, my name is Caldencel Matundan and I will discuss our personal information. As you can see, the personal information is very straightforward. You can see the first name, last name, middle name, city, email, start date, and etc. So you can update the personal information by clicking the update button. So after you click the update button, for example, I will change the uh, name. Let's delete the Vic, just the John. Delete the Vic. CIV, just the John. Yeah. So if you finish editing your personal information, just click save. And it shows the update. So if you want to delete all the personal information and if you want to replace another one, just click clear and all the information will clear. So that's all. For the absent, I will click an employee, for example, Aaron. So I will change the reason of absent, for example, unknown, and the date of absent. Uh, Change certain, okay. And click save to update the absent. That's that's all.
So my name is Norvin Fernandez and I will discuss about the reports. If you click the report, you will see a four button which is employee manager attendance and absent. If you click the employee button, you will see data from the employee. First you will click, if you want to see the list of employee, click the number of present and number of work hours to see if the employee have a number of presents. Click the number of present and then click generate reports and you will see the reports of an employee, the present day hours work and the absence. And then next, and for the manager button, you will see data for the manager schedule, and then each row have a scheduled date. Then you will click, if you want to see the reports of it, click the number 1 and then generate reports. Click. And you will see the scheduled date description, the time of the manager schedule. And then next, for the attendance, you will see the attendance of each employee. First, you will set up a date, which is March 1 to March 15, and then click generate reports. The employee. And then if you want to, ayan. So this is the attendance of the employee. And then if you want to click check the schedule of the ex-employee, you cannot click check schedule button. And you will see the list of employees. The purpose of this check schedule is to see the availability of the employee, if the manager want to sponsor anything or stuff and such. That's why you will see the schedule, which is for example, John Vic de la Cruz is if it is available from Monday to Friday, and then the time in and the time out. And then lastly, for the absent button, you will see the data for the absences of the employee, and then click row 1 and then click generate reports. So you will see the absent for the employee, John Vic de la Cruz, and the recent vacation.
So for active employee, we can see two tables here. So for this feature, the manager can check all the present employee for today. For example, April 11th, we can see all of the scheduled employees are already present, and they're all late. And for this right table, we will see here the scheduled employee for this day for April 11. So these are the employees that should be present today. So for example, when the employees here are only 4, which means that there's one employee that is absent because there are 5 employees that should be present today. And for this one, if the manager wants to see who are present on March 8th, then you can just click view. Then there we go. We can see the present on that day and who's absent on that day. So there are 3 employees who's absent, which are Matundan, Norvin, and Jean Marie Plaza. And we can also see here the future schedule. For example, if the manager has a schedule on April 13, then you can just click the April 13, then just click view. As we can see here, these are the employees that should be present on that day. So that is for the active employee. So this is for the schedule to show if the manpower or if the workforce is enough to do the things that they need to do on that day. Since the manager has a lot of things to do, he needs to manage and utilize and maximize his time. So this will help him. This will help Matundan to maximize his time since he will see all the employees for that day. So for manager schedule,
and for the manager schedule, you will see the time of the manager, which is the description, and in the description, and then if the manager has a schedule or not. If you want to view the schedule, click the view button schedule. Then you will see the data if the manager that day is available or not. Then if you want to adjust the date, you will click some row, which is row 7, and then click adjust. Then you will update the date if you want to adjust the schedule of the manager, which is halimbawa, yan, March 14, and then yung description, if you want to edit some or update, and then click update. And you will see that row 7 is updated. If you want to add some schedule, then click the add button, and then if you set up a date, and then April 15, and then put some description, and the time from 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock, for example. And then click add. And if you want to see the employee schedule, click employee schedule, and then you will see the data for the employee. Then it's the same from the active employee.
So that is for the manager features. As you can see, the manager has two main features for this system. So they can see the active employees, the enough manpower or workforce on that day. And he can also see his schedule, which is here, um, the description and the time. So only the manager has access to these features, not the staff or the employee. And for our last, which is file maintenance, Aaron.
For the file maintenance, let's click employee. As the manager has the privilege to edit the employee information. For example, let's edit employee number 6, which is Tony Stark. Let's click row 6. Here, if there is an update, for example, let's click update, and let's change the city of Tony. Let's change it to Pasig, and then save. Here we can see update successful. Now let's try to delete Tony Stark, employee number 6. So you can see the Tony Stark is now deleted. Let's go to employee absent. In the employee absent, we will see the list of the absences of the employees. Let's see Janvic de la Cruz, which has an ID number 1. Here we can see all the absences of Janvic de la Cruz. We can see the reasons and also the absent date. Next, let's try the employee schedule. In the employee schedule, we will see the schedules of the employees. We can see here let's we can see the schedule, for example, Monday to Friday, and the schedule in and the schedule out. In the search, we can use this to filter. Let's try employee number 4. Here we can see the employee schedule of employee number 4. Next, let's try attendance. In the attendance, we can see all the attendance of all the employees. For example, let's see the attendance of John Vic de la Cruz. John Vic de la Cruz has an ID of the EMP ID number 1. Here we can see the records of attendance of John Vic de la Cruz. We can see the attendance date. In the attendance date, we can also see the status. For example, late, present, out time, hours work. Next, let's go to manager schedule. In the manager schedule, we can see the records of manager Kyle Matundan, schedule date, and the description of it, the schedule from and schedule to. We can also add schedule here. We can also click, we can also adjust a schedule by clicking the row and click adjust. For example, in the add schedule, we can we can schedule a date. For example, in April 14, we can add the description of the schedule. For example, a meeting with the employees, and also the time of the meeting. For example, 12 o'clock up to 2 p.m. Then click add. For example, we have a mistake. We can click the newly created schedule, then adjust it. For example, April 14, yes, click adjust. Here, with the adjust feature, we can update the time. For example, the meeting should only be 1 hour. So it's from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. only. Then click update. That's it for the file maintenance.
So that's all for our timekeeping system. So to summarize, so the timekeeping system is used to records all the attendance of the employees in a company, like the numbers of date and the numbers of present, late, or absent. So this will also help their payroll system to calculate how much salary they have already since based on their attendance. And also timekeeping system also has a features for the manager, which is to manage his schedules, to see the active employees, to know if there is enough manpower or enough workforce to do their job on that day or to complete a project that they have. So that's all for this video. Thank you for listening and goodbye.